So this is why we came to Italy. This is a gold chain factory, 4 generations in the business. When I got to the factory, I couldn't believe how they landscaped the shit. It's a factory. You don't need a fountain outside, but they did it anyway. It's interesting. You have to understand business to understand what they did. They put the pride into it. So it's in a nice place. It's got the security, everything locked down.
Wow. Wow.
Vast amounts of machines printing away and producing gold chains every single day. I learned exactly what it is, and now you have, for watching it, you've learned what it is at a factory like that, where these chains come from. The Italian gold chains. I always wanted to know what that's all about. The factories that are manufacturing. Now the Asians are competing with the Italians and they're making it cheaper with the labor, and you know how that goes. So there's factories popping out all over the place. And they even have a factory in the Dominican Republic or what have you. But the Italians are the ones that started manufacturing gold chains from the machines. They really created those machines that make the Franco link, the Cuban link, without using hand labor, and that became a tradition. I really wanted to see how that goes. So, you know, there was that business element, and then I just wanted to get the hell out of here and just go out there and go see what's going on.
What do you want to do first? You want to eat? You want to see a bit around the city?
I'll see a little bit around the city. All right, sounds good to me. I had my friends, David and Selena. They live outside of Milan in the suburbs.
That's a super cool museum. Dinosaur.
This one?
Yeah, it's like a modern art museum, I think, and also a dinosaur.
Dinosaurs in there, huh?
And modern art.
So this is the cool part of the historic part of the city.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's what's up. I love it. The city center, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Well, this is beautiful architecture already. So you could just get a sense of what the center of the city looks like. You know, how old is this city?
Like this, how you see it's like 500-600 years old.
So Milan is...
You see some bullet from war into the building.
From World War I or World War II
yeah.
or whatever. 500-600 years, right? But obviously these buildings are even older than that.
Yeah. The church
Some of them...
They might be from the 12th century.
Yeah, the Middle Ages or stuff like that.
Yeah, no, from that age.
Right? But even in the Roman times, it might have been just a town.
Yeah.
There was nothing. There was like some brick, but I don't think they're still there. Those.
All right, well, we'll see. Let's take a look. So this is a big cathedral. There's a lot of interesting people at the top. All sorts of little figurines.
They're all saints. They're
All
saints.
saints,
Yeah,
huh?
they're saints.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
And Maria is on top.
It is amazing. Who's at the top?
Maria. Mary.
Mary. Mary's at the top.
See?
Holding that spear?
Yeah, exactly. And it's golden. It's wrapped in gold foil.
This is an incredible. Wow, they got this could be used for the logo right here.
It's beautiful idea.
What an incredible structure, and what a historic building. You know when this was made?
1400.
Around 1350, I think, and they ended building it in 1965.
600 years in Milan. What a structure.
And they keep maintaining it, of course. They keep renewing it. Like you have to also imagine that
We're on the roof of this crazy cathedral. It's incredible that you could even be up here. 700 years old. Milan was competing with the other European cities for the best cathedral. So far, the best I've ever seen. I don't know Notre Dame. I don't know anything else. But they're renovating some of this stuff now. You can see the old stones, the new stones, the new masonry work and the old masonry work combined together. They want to preserve as much of the old as possible, but you can't. Nothing lasts forever. And now this is the inside of the church. Where, again, every square inch down to the floor, the different color marbles, is a homage to God. In this period of time that people would build things like this, that was when God was the most important thing in their lives. Or they made it seem that way at least. And this story of the Gospels was the most important thing that they would put together. And it's evident in every detail. And there's so much more to learn and there's so much more to know. But maybe some other time. Look at the stained glass. And the color of the stained glass is like a gem. This is one of the nicest cathedrals I've ever seen. It's crazy. Just to stand in front of it is crazy.
It's bigger than the one in New York. Yeah.
So this is the real brass work right here. I mean, you see what we cast in New York City compared to what is going on this piece. What is going on this piece? You could just stand right here and check this out for a very long time. And I guess people rub the noses of the saints or something or touch their hands. That's amazing. It's hard to notice, but you got bullet holes here. Some musket fire from over the years. And anything can happen. This is a crazy place. This is crazy. It's like an indoor part of the city. It's super hot outside, but over here it's nice and cool. Not too bright, not too dark. Amazing floors. What is this place called?
Galleria Vittorio Emanuele.
Not that far from the church that was out there. Like anywhere you glance, you look up there, there's something up there. You look over here, there's something over here. About to have my first pasta in Italy. Get the first pasta right here. For a tourist like me, to have my first little pasta in Italy is quite the experience. So I just want to give it a tasting. There you go. And this is a massive train station. And up there are 4 very special letters. SPQR. And you could correct me in the comments of what exactly it stands for, but it's something along the lines of the People's Republic of Rome, for the Roman Empire. The empire that started it all. Of course, this is Italy, where everybody smokes cigarettes. But their train stations are something else. Milan was, graffitied out. It was a dirty city with mad graffiti all over the place. The streets were this way, that way. Some of the streets were cobblestone from, hundreds of thousands of years ago, maybe even. Some were new cathedrals. But it looked like, a busy city vibe. And I just saw the basic tourist stuff there. But Milan is amazing for fashion. I bought some suits, you know what I'm saying? I did some shopping for some suits, and the clothing, you could really get crazy prices. Italy's been there for a very long time in the BC era. And, I've read a lot about the Roman Empire. And, these areas where wars were fought on scales, on historic scales that people can't imagine. Hannibal coming across the Alps and going down. But most of it is all gone, You can't really get a sense of what it is that many years after. You just get little glimpses of little pieces. But, all of Italy, you turn the corner and then there's, a church from 1400. You turn the other corner and then there's one from 300 or 800, you know what I'm saying? So what's the current scene? Well, it's when you turn a corner, walking down the street. In Italy, you could run into something completely crazy. Look at this side of this, I don't know, what is this, a castle, a keep?
Church.
A what? Oh, it's a church? Yeah, it has the crosses at the
It
top.
looks like a church.
I've never seen a church that looks like this. It's half castle, half church.
No, they don't look like this.
Crazy walls that you couldn't even shoot a cannon through. But when you go down this way, you go down here. Here is another castle wall. Beautifully manicured with a tree growing here. It's like every square inch of this country for the past thousands of years has been worked on and manicured. People have been living here since ancient Rome. And it shows. Right now we're in New York City, and you know, if you go before 1400, it's just natives here, and they were living in pristine nature. You could drink the water from the Hudson River, you could eat the oysters out of there, and there would be turkeys and squash, and it was all just nature. Like Arizona, you're gonna find pueblos or those old native structures from a long ago. You know, most of the people in North America got wiped out with smallpox. There was other populations here, but when the Spanish came, they brought smallpox with them, and the smallpox outpaced the Spanish. It wiped away millions of people before anybody could even get there to even see what the hell is going on. It's just a whole history lost. But there's so much shit that's happened over time, it just boggles your mind. That's really the whole point of going anywhere. Just boggles your fucking mind of where you're at in this life and what the hell you're even doing. Half an hour away from Milan, you get something like this. Italian countryside. Horses, ranches, all sorts of agriculture. It's kind of beautiful, kind of serene, and not that far from the city. So this is a rural house in Italy. What happens in Italy is that everywhere you look might be a property or a piece of something from hundreds of years ago, like that building over there. How old is that?
10 years.
10 years old, that thing?
Yeah.
It looks old as hell. But you know, the church over here is how old?
That one is from 12th century.
Nothing like they do in Long Island or something like that. It's completely different vibe. You know, old country Italy. It's a very special scene, so I'm happy to enjoy it. What an amazing property to be able to live outside of Milan and do business in a different world. I'm from New York. I've lived in New York for 30 years. I've seen life in Tokyo, seen life in a couple other places, but this is something way different. And it's kind of serene, peaceful, and beautiful. It has that historical, cultural feel. And you're not in Italy unless you have a wine cellar. Nice and cool down here. You know, you age your own wine, champagne. Some amazing bottles back there, I'm sure. Let me just see one. Let's see what this is here. Barbaresco. Doesn't say the year though. Oh, 2006. Yep. That's the way you do it. Vintage your own wine. You buy the bottle for 40 bucks, and then you leave it there for 15 years, and it becomes $400. Never pay for a vintage. That's the way it's supposed to be done. So me and David, Traxolito and David, are at a village in the sky. An Italian, authentic village that tourists don't usually come to, right?
No, I don't think so.
Nobody really knows where this is at, but it's the real deal. The best part of Italy is the little villages that I went to that were there for a very long time. You're talking about castles. You're talking about, if you were there 500 years ago, there was shit that was still mad old. They're not museums, you know, but some of them are so old you can't really do much over there. But this town that was up there, there's a couple of restaurants and a couple of people. They keep the tourists out. They don't let people park their cars or drive their cars in unless they're locals, because otherwise they get swamped. But even as you're driving through Italy, you're looking, and all of a sudden you see a tower and a town that looks like it's from hundreds and hundreds of years ago, just there. And you don't know who it is or what it is. At a real deal Italian restaurant. I've been loving Italian restaurants my whole life. And now I'm finally in a real one. The real one. So this is a very special experience. Everything is clean, spotless, because people take care of their own families here, you know? This is not just passerbys spitting your food. This is really something that, whatever it is. So this is the first bite. I mean, the preparation is amazing. The way it looks, and the cheeses are crazy, so everything's crazy. But let's see what this is all about. My first bite in the real deal Italy.
Grazie.
Wow.
Volete una piccola introduzione col modo oppure ve la spiego voi poi? Va bene?
Dai, spiega, adesso mangiamo.
E sale, c'è una piccola gradazione di sale e zuccheri per far sì che il salmone esplodi.
There's coffee. That's all.
Ma questo è il classico modello che mi faccio
Classic Italian meatball.
Ok.
No pork, right?
No pork.
E questo qua invece è una confettura
Cos'è
di
questo, esatto?
cipollina di prima, facciamo noi, la cipolla di prima è un po' più dolce, meno piccante delle solite.
Ok.
Questa qui invece è una mostarda di pere,
Ok.
appunto leggermente mostardato, quindi un po' simile.
Ok.
Poi si parte da il meno intenso che è questo qua, BTG Chevreo, un brie di capra che viene lavorato con la cenere, per questo è griglia, adesso budice.
They worked with ash around it.
This is serious
Poi
stuff.
abbiamo taleggio locale, della
Tipico
zona.
familiare, taleggio.
Esatto. Poi abbiamo
Parmigiano, you know it.
esatto. E poi
sa che lo conoscono.
gorgonzola, un po' più intenso, sale natro riserva.
Do you know this? Gorgonzola? Do you have it?
Yeah.
Yes. Ok, that's a
E
good one.
quello là invece è lo stesso di questo,
Sai che
soltanto
cotto?
che a lei non piace. E questo qui abbiamo
Let's go.
fatto cotto.
Grazie mille. Grande, grazie mille. Cheese is on you. And this is pear and it
Yeah.
start off.
Yeah, the pear really goes.
Yeah,
It's really
bravo,
good
bravo.
with this cheese right here.
That's bravo.
So that's really what it is.
And that is goat cheese?
This is how I rock it. I live for this right.
Put it away.
Yeah.
Please wait here first.
Wild. Before I was a nobody, but now I've established myself. So I don't know if they invited me or they spoke to Umid, but they said, you know what, come on down. It's this woman, the granddaughter or the great granddaughter of the person who started the company. They are the ones that invented the herringbone chain. Like Tupac was wearing back in the day, that was their invention of their grandfather. So the great grandfather might have started the company and started the first machines to do whatever. Then the grandfather got it going and invented this, and then the father took it and whatever it is, and now it's in the, you know, the father's just chilling. He's in his 50s or 60s, riding motorcycles, doing whatever, and the kids are getting ready to take over the factory. So this is why we came to Italy. This is a gold chain factory, 4 generations in the business. They take care of their workers, their company, their land, their property, their everything. I mean, they have fountains. They got a lawnmower over there, a little robot mowing the grass. When I got to the factory, I couldn't believe how they landscaped the shit. It's a factory. You don't need a fountain outside, but they did it anyway. It's interesting. You have to understand business to understand what they did. They put the pride into it. So it's in a nice place. It's got the security, everything locked down. Vast amounts of machines printing away and producing gold chains every single day. All right. So we're going to take you inside and we're going to show you what's going on, and we're going to meet the family.
What's happening?
Yeah, how did you find out about me and what I do?
Oh, but we saw each other in a JCK.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, we were working together, and so then I started following you on Instagram.
Right.
So it was really like that.
Wow. Okay. All right, cool.
So we started from here, maybe, so it's easier to see. Come.
Whoa.
Here in the production area is hotter than the
It's
office
okay,
area.
it's okay, it's okay. Wow. Wow.
You should also have some safety like this in your shop.
So here
Nice to
you
meet you.
start seeing a bit the production area.
Production.
So
many
we have
different-
42,000.
Different links?
Yeah, I know it's a lot.
That's too many actually. It's impossible to go
Yeah.
over them all.
So we of course focus on the ones that we consider, you know,
Yeah.
sellers. So we'll do a quick tour here.
Yes.
And Mauro vuoi venire? He's the director of our production.
Nice to
Is,
meet
facciamo
Nice to meet you.
What do? They wake up in the morning, someone orders 20 kilos of this or 10 kilos of that, and they melt down the gold, they put it into the strings of gold, right? So they melt the raw gold, they cast it down to 14K, what do you call it? And then they string it into wire. Wow, is this a gold wire?
Yeah, sure.
Gold goes in and a bar comes out. What this is white gold wire coming out of this machine, and it is in this Italian factory that makes gold chains. That's right. Gold wire. If you could guess the length of this gold wire right here, I'm gonna get you a fan. We're manufacturing gold chains, but you gotta guess the length in feet. Okay? 2 winners, only if I pin your comment, when I pin your comment. Gold wire, 14 karat yellow. Whatever wire that they need, they feed that wire into those machines, and those machines do whatever it is, and then they finish them with other machines. So they run it through the assembly process. That's what they do on a daily basis. This is 14 karat gold wire, and this is a machine that uses this gold wire to make chains. This is great. This is a Figaro.
Figaro C, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just two-tone.
Yeah, I got it.
You guys are crazy. If you take a gold spool like this and you put it over here, run it through this machine, what you're gonna get is a gold link down there.
In this case, we are talking about 10 karat wire. Singapore. Vậy thì sau khi speed giảm cái tuổi là đã đây.
my brother. So now they color his hair. My other brother.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, he's more low key. This guy's the rock and roll guy.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. But thank you so much. Now I know why you put the wrong lock on my box. It was amazing. Well, I'm not an expert, you know. What do I know? Oh, wow. Now this is something else.
Yeah,
a sampler.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. So I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, it's super cool.
That's a great gift idea.
Yeah,
So thank you, Alessi.
But chain before solder.
Right.
Okay. It's just the right.
So organized. So organized. What a factory.
They're the best in the world.
So this is a classic curve.
Yeah.
Alright, but it's not ready yet. And you got a little kink right here.
But it's not gold in this case. It's in brass. We take the chain. So in this case we are talking about a Figaro chain. Okay, in 3 color.
3-tone.
Pink, white,
3-tone Figaro. And is this the finishing machine?
No. It's not. The chain nice.
So we do the diamond cuts
Keep
with the ice.
attention. Okay. The ice fixed.
Right. Who would think that ice? Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And what
This
link
is the
is that?
chain. In this case, we are talking about the last chain. Okay.
Is this the last? Wow, this is a delicate chain right here. Unbelievable.
You understand what I'm perfect.
It's gonna do the diamond cut
Yeah.
and make it shiny and this and that.
This mean diamond cap.
Yeah, so this is the cutting of it, right? And yeah, I know that. You're not your favorite machine, but you gotta recycle it. But then when you melt it down, it becomes your favorite, right? When the gold comes back. Wow. So I mean, the gold is flying all over. I mean, obviously everything covered. This one shaves off the gold. That's a lot of gold to get to. But this is going in, and it's coming out like this. But I link it with by hand, you know, simple cast and link. Yeah. Thank you. Go ahead.
Are casting by hand the Miami Cuban, because then we're setting it with the microscope hand setting technique, the diamonds.
Right. Miami Cubans, yes.
Yeah. So every day, but we will show you some finished pieces.
Here we got it all boxed up.
Yeah. Artistic department.
Right, shipping to all around the world, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To stores or to
So-
wholesalers.
Yeah, so tomorrow and Friday you're gonna see packages. This is what I was telling you about. Yeah, so here we have every link of chain, but this is our flex herringbone
Right.
that I wanted to show you. Try. This is the
Right.
flex version.
Right. So it doesn't bend.
Yeah.
And then
So you
snap.
can really.
Right.
So this was new. Was thanks to also Tobias.
So you engineered
that is
this. Wow,
very
this is
creative.
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Right, big difference.
Okay.
So here we have Phil, però ho fatto prendere delle cose. So just to give you an idea, but I wanted to show the bigger ones that are. And like for the setting that he
Right,
wanted
the diamond
to. Yeah.
setting. Not only is your chains are amazing, but your family's amazing, your location's amazing. So this has
Thank
really
you very
been something
much for your
special.
words, means a lot.
Yeah, you deserve your happiness and your peace and everything that your great grandfather worked on.
Thank you so much. Really fun.
Okay, well, you toured the whole factory, and now you know how gold chains are really manufactured. You know what I'm saying? To build a machine and to have a family legacy, to have your first one, you know what I'm saying? You got to start out with one guy that made one machine and started selling his chains place to place. How many times did he get robbed? Did they steal? Did this? Did here? Did there? Did this and that? And then at the end of that is all the money. They're not going to show you where they keep all their gold and all their money and all their They're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. You know, I asked them, you know, where's the gold at? I want to really show whatever it is. And they're like, no, we melt it all in the morning. This is the way the factory set up to print out vast amounts of chains. They come out in a long thing and cut. You put locks on them. And you have pristine Italian-made gold chains. And that was, the factory experience was one thing. The production and all that was the one thing. And then the family that owns it was another. What's up, man? Nice to meet you. This is David, Selena, and Joanne. So, amazing factory, amazing family. Amazing country as well. So you guys, I'm so happy to have the chance to see this. I've been doing gold chains since I was 18. And today I finally learned what's actually going on. But you know what I'm saying? You don't build a factory like that to just get by. That's money. 4 generations, that's big money, and it's only going to a certain level. And that's Now the money's the problem. When you're poor, the money's the problem, you don't have it. And when you're super rich, the money's the problem that you have it all. Right now, I'm first generation here. I did all this shit, but I don't own this space. So I gotta buy it, then this, then they come in, and then they get the exchange, and then they buy the building, and then they go here, and for generations you could do this game. I'm trying to do it in one generation, really. You know, with no family, so to speak, and I'm trying to maneuver the way I can here. But I get it. I understand that game, and that's the real business game. Multi-generational wealth. You own the land that the factory is on. You own the factory. You provide great jobs. If I wanted to build a gold chain factory right now, I got to buy all the machines. I got to get all the security. It's going to take a whole generation to compete with them, and then you got only this and that. So it's a business. It's their slice of the pie, and they get to enjoy. The family gets to live, and for generations enjoy the real Italy. You know what I'm saying? You go in the summertime. You get on a yacht. You sail to Sardinia. You sail to Capri. You sail whatever the hell. And you're seeing shit that nobody gets to see. And for generations, everyone's growing up just trying to figure out how to enjoy life, bro. Not this immigrant shit that I'm doing.